So I really liked what you met Anja Schneider earlier a bit this morning. You'll hear from Anja again, and we have a few more sessions as we roll into lunch. So without any further ado, I'll turn things over for Anja. Anja?
Thanks a lot.
Oh, you want to do a highlight, right?
We do the highlight later on.
You got it.
Don't do the highlight at the beginning, so else it is 29 minutes super boring. So warm welcome back. I hope you are refreshed. I try to be a little bit refreshed, but you need to help me a little bit with your reactions, because right now I'm coming from Europe, so I'm based out of Waldorf originally, and now I'm in the super zone of my jet lag. But I saw already that the reactions work very well in the morning. So I was wondering, while I was asking who is an enterprise architect veteran, at the second time asking with Jason, way more hands are showing up. So question, is that because of the next two, the presentations that you have visited, or where you were sleeping earlier? I will not ask this now, maybe later on. I also changed a little bit my picture, but I wanted to come back to the topic that Jason perfectly laid out, the cooking example. And I also have a kitchen cooking example. Because of connection, collaboration, teamwork, I was witnessing last week as well with my team a wonderful event. So we were at a cooking school in Mannheim, close by Waldorf, and we were cooking our own dinner. And it was fun, it was a little bit chaotic. We had assigned roles, follow a process, and most importantly also try to avoid any kind of food poisoning. And maybe some of the colleagues were looking a little bit worried about what to expect. But in the end, I promise you, the meal was really great. And Helmut, yes, it is also you. Yes, you recognize yourself. And so now you may ask, okay, what is the question about enterprise architecture? Well, in the end, it's the best recipes and tools don't guarantee a fantastic meal. It is people coming together. You need to have a guidance, you need to have a plan, and also a North Star where you want it to be. And I tell you, Jason, it's also sometimes not good if your family is listening to you about the SAP strategy. Because I tell you one thing, I wanted to create and buy a new cooking device, a fantastic new thing everybody has, it's super famous. And then I asked my husband to say, I want this fantastic new cooking machine, and I showed all of the positives about it. And then my husband said, yeah, but you always tell the story about clean core. And now, how do you make sure that all of these custom pots that you have in your kitchen is moving away that you don't use since ages? And now I must say, touché. I find another story. But I'm pretty sure that in the end, we will make it. And I need to tell the story. My husband is also with SAP. But overall, I think it is the best AI, the best cloud and automation tech does not guarantee in the end a transformation success. Without the structure, without the expertise, and without everything coming together at one place, it is at high risk. And this is why, especially the fantastic AI pilots will never scale. And Richard, I was thinking about changing as well my name a little bit. Only if I exchange the J with an I would have as well AI in my name. But as said, if we don't pull up the right kind of atmosphere around it, also the suite will not drive any kind of transformation and any kind of outcome. McKinsey once predicted that 70% of all of the digital transformation will fail, not from the lack of effort, not from the missing architecture, but more on how to hold it all together. And this is why I'm firmly believing that you, as an enterprise architect community, can really make a difference. Because in the end also, if you take a look at our strategy evolving 2025 and beyond, it is all about the topic of how does SAP and non-SAP world is coming together. How do we leverage the data from different kind of sources in the end? Because the data is the foundation to create a meaningful AI. And AI isn't an experiment anymore. And as well, it is for us, it's the year of utilization of capabilities. Of you, what you have bought, if you are from an SAP customer perspective here, and wanted to learn as well how you can really utilize AI, data, and also the applications end to end. But here's the challenge again. Strategy alone will not make the trick. It is like building a house. It's nice, you can hire expert, you will get it built. You need to have the infrastructure, but enterprises aren't just houses. They are city blocks, skyscrapers. You need to have rules, you need to have infrastructure, you need to have different kind of projects. And this is where you are all needed to hold this together, to create a North Star in the end as well, to take a look at how you can as well achieve the North Star in the entire infrastructure of different applications, which are hopefully coming from SAP in a broad sense, but also comprising out of different geographies. The first geography, let's talk about the data topic. And data is really, we always had that saying of data is the new oil. It is so fantastic, it is important. But still, many businesses don't run on refueled oil. It is, a lot of companies are struggling with different data silos. Systems don't talk to each other, fragmented governance. There are different aspects that make it difficult to create an end-to-end workflow. And as well, in the past, it was a lot when I was talking to our customers. And by the way, I was completely forgetting what I was doing here since the last couple of years. I'm running now Premium Engagement and Advisory, which is a unit part of our customer service and delivery unit. I'm 25 years with SAP, not that long like Stefan shared with his 36 years, but I was witnessing a lot of kind of situations where we wanted to bring different kind of silos together, but it was difficult in the end to build a strong data foundation. I was witnessing in many cases that it was a higher effort to load data out of the SAP system and making sure that this data is current, and then build data on this unfragmented data repository rather than also managing the SAP system. And I think this is where especially the Business Data Cloud makes a pivotal change. With Business Data Cloud, we are for the very first time, and that is part of this announcement at the Unleashed event, we are having a fully managed SaaS analytical capability, which is comprising SAP and non-SAP data all together. We are managing the data pipelines now, thanks as well to the partners, like we have as well here a booth with Databricks. And I think that is a fantastic opportunity to bring the data analysts and the data scientists all together to work on a harmonized data model that eliminates in the end then as well the different silos. And also make sure that we can leverage AI to the extent and as well build kind of new applications on top. And that is where no matter if it's a SuccessFactors application, if it's for workflow and workforce analytics, or if it's in the S4 system directly, we create as well data products and as well inside apps on top of that. And this is exactly as well then on the data science perspective where the partnership with Databricks kicks in. We are bridging the gap between SAP and also non-SAP data and giving then the opportunity to hold this all together. As said, we have as well a booth outside together with our enterprise architecture advisory team outside, which will also offer great insights. I think Richard was sharing earlier, content is nice, but if you don't find it, it is, I would say, irrelevant. And this is where I love the saying about content is king, context and retrieval is queen. And the question is, how can we ensure that, especially when you need to build your city, you have so much information to drive the business transformation as an enterprise architect. But if you are building your city needs infrastructure. Your city needs building codes, zones, laws, regulations. And I think that is especially also where the business content topic and the accelerator comes into the play. It is all about pre-built, best practice, reference content, reference architectures. So we are equipping our enterprise architects from SAP on industry-relevant reference architecture. That means in the end that you know how it should look like from a vendor perspective, but then you can also apply it in your own context in your enterprise. We are bringing this reference content not only in a PDF or in a fancy PowerPoint. We really want to integrate that right into our tools, like our architectural tool, like LeanIX. If you would like to compare yourselves with how the best processes in the world could look like, we directly integrate that into tools like Signavio. And as well, we try to manage the end-to-end operations end-to-end with Cloud ALM. And more on these in a moment when we talk as well about the integrated tool chain. But business content is really dear to my heart because it's ensuring that we have fast adoption, fast good cases, use cases that can be implemented, and you also know how you are comparing yourself against an industry benchmark or other players in your field. And again, it's only valuable. It's nice if we have fantastic content loads and you search the internet for it, but it is important that you as an architect have it while you are exploring your North Star for your organization. And this is as well, business content is really a key decisive factor, and I think this is where we are also investing more and more into the entire, as integrated into the entire tool chain. What else is needed? Great strategy also needs great people. And let me address here directly to everyone who showed up the hand to be already an enterprise architect. I think you are the ones in AI who make it happen in the end. You are designing the right architectures of the future to drive automation if we talk about AI first. You are the ones who need to decide which kind of application is maybe a duplication and something which is not relevant in the future anymore. You can ensure every application, every workflow, and every process is orchestrated and not just only integrated. And from a data-driven perspective, you are the ones that could make and create the foundation of the future. Sounds a little bit like pressure. But I don't think so, because you are not alone. Look left and right to your neighbors. These are either already enterprise architects or keen to learn the job, or you also have a lot of content, again, that's available to you. And one content I would like to also highlight, and thanks to our sponsors here, we have the opportunity to have this book, this fantastic book of enterprise architecture as well, for you to take it away. And for you to take it away, it's also the authors of the book. We have them here, so let's check again. So Peter, I see Peter, Anup, and Johannes. These are the three guys that have created that book. And this is especially also based on the extensive knowledge that the three of them, part of my team, part of our organization, have gained with a lot of customers while we are supporting them on their transformation path. And the first music content, that's fantastic. Thanks a lot for that, because yesterday we were thinking about how can we integrate Taylor Swift into this. We have a movement. Let's see, where are our Taylor Swift colleagues? Oh, okay. Excellent. So next time we will show up with a song, AI generated. Yesterday, unfortunately, we only got the text, the lyrics, and then we decided, choose your battles. Not sing if you are not keen to sing and if you are not experienced in it. So, but I think back to the topic of why it is important why it is important. Enterprise architects, you are the trusted advisors. And you are giving, especially now as well, while we are guiding you through the journey, especially in the RISE context. And Ranjit, I'm pretty sure you will talk about that later on as well with more details. The enterprise architecture provides the blueprint that the transformation in the end also needs. And in the end, the right tools bring it as well to life. And hopefully with some music. So integrated tool chain ensures in the end, and that is where we are focusing on our implementations right now very rigorously, a methodology which is called the RISE methodology. And the RISE methodology sits on top of the SAP Activate implementation methodology. And it provides you as well with checkpoints where you are against the dimensions of clean core. It helps you to decide which are the elements of clean core which are relevant, which are potentially not so relevant anymore, like my kitchen example. And in the end, it also provides us with the opportunity to directly use an integrated tool landscape. We integrate and start with comparing ourselves against Signavio best practices. Signavio Process Explorer as a starting point. Digital blueprint for the modeling and also optimizing. Then in the end, you have the real-time visibility of your architecture, of your landscape in LeanIX. Again, you don't want to copy the stuff. You want to have it taken over from Signavio to LeanIX. And then in the end, we use as well heavily the BTP. And we have, I saw Steffen here walking, and Steffen will also later on explain what is the role of the technology foundation of the BTP in the context of integration, in the context as well of the integrated tool chain. And last but not least, it's also about the topic of Cloud ALM. And we are pushing from the SAP perspective heavily now that you are using as well Cloud ALM. Cloud ALM comes with 0 costs to you. It is an opportunity to take a look at your end-to-end life cycle and also make sure that you are running your business from an operations perspective solidly. If you are a premium engagement customer, and now let me check if I see some of you. So who is part of Max Attention or any kind of premium engagement? That's good. So you know that tool already, because whenever we do a delivery to you, we are also using that in the background as the kind of direct implementation methodology. So I think especially these aspects are important. And back to premium engagement. Premium engagement, we are having more than 1,500 customers that we are serving with dedicated enterprise architecture skills, with a proactive support on mission-critical projects. So whenever there is no escalation, I'm happy, but we are learning for sure with any kind of escalation that we are running. But for me, it is always important. Premium engagement means you have a long-term engagement with SAP. From the side of that you get a technical quality manager, you have somebody guiding you through the landscape and have tailored roadmaps to run through the different aspects of your go live. And in the end, also make sure that you are having the right experts before you go live, so that nothing in the end that is happening or the go live is a non-event. Every go live which is a non-event, even over Christmas times, over holiday seasons, or anything else, this is a big win for me, because in the end then you as a customer can really leverage the software that you have bought into and can show as well to your business how in the end the new processes can be brought to life. We are also trying to do that with the art of the possible. And we call that the art services because there are services available for AI, for RISE and Clean Core, as well as for the transformation journey. And there are different kind of starting points. What's important to me is always that we bring automation to you as much as we can. And from what we learn out of the 1,500 customers, we put it for sure as well into a book that you can take, again. And secondly, we also try to put it into our tools so that some of the things you can run as well yourself. And running yourself, more to come during the course of this year with predictive insights and also additional support and guided procedures. Let me talk about a customer. And talking about a customer, you are coming close. Am I late?
No, accent.
Okay, so that it just you need to give me signs, else big signs, small signs. So, because talking about one of our customers makes me already hungry. If you look at all of these fantastic sweets, Mondelez is also a big customer of us since many, many years, and we are guiding Mondelez as well through the innovation journey, through the transformation journey, and started right from the very beginning, also on a North Star architecture, taking a look at how good looks like and what are the steps towards that. And we are really then also executing along the North Star architecture with the right set of services. But again, the enterprise architecture plays a vital role in where you want it to be, where you are today, and then how you as well align your steps towards the North Star. It's all about optimizing business processes, taking a look at industry-specific content, and in the end, also taking a look at how you can be faster in bringing out fantastic new products that are supported by an end-to-end business process. So how are we setting up enterprise architects? How are we setting up you for similar success? And I would say from the perspective, first of all, it's all about bringing the right enablement, bringing events like this to play. We are running our internal enterprise architecture enablement. We are bringing internally at SAP all of the different content pieces together. But what's great internally for SAP must be as well great for all of you to learn about it. I think 3 times is enough, so the book for sure is fantastic. It's all about coaching, and also there is a LeanIX training, hands-on support from SAP experts, and as well, Wendy, show up your hand again. It's also bringing diverse perspectives with a Women in Architecture track, showing up and seeing different perspectives of the topic of enterprise architecture. What are the next steps? We want to strengthen especially the community outreach. We want to expand partnerships. We want to drive more automation. We want to also measure the impact, because coming together is always nice, but you need to show up how you can make a difference as enterprise architect in your business. And my urgent ask is, if you are with an enterprise architect or an enterprise architect, leverage the experience, show up, tell your story, what you have to tell, show what is your opinion on how to also be more efficient and also effective. And if you are not an enterprise architect, ask yourself, how will your business also ensure AI and data? What can you do to become an enterprise architect, leveraging now as well this fantastic community? And it's now the moment to shape, execute, and also define what's next. And I count on all of you together as enterprise architects, as customers, showing up their hands. Let's be unstoppable. Let's build the future together. And now, Paul, I think it's time for the flag. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anja. Here we go. John, you ready? Watch your step.
Okay.
This is the stretch part for the audience participation.
Yeah. Activation, please.
Maybe down a little tighter. There we go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.